And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Boneyard here in Calhoun City. I'm Don Brooks, joined tonight by Ken Johnson, Bill Morgan. And Ken, tonight we've got a big battle in Region 1, 1A between the Calhoun City Wildcats and the Vardaman Rams. Not only is it a county rivalry, but it's for first place in the region.
The undefeated Vardaman Rams come in here tonight with something to prove. They lost last year to Calhoun City, and Calhoun City advanced higher than them in the division standings and got good seeding in the playoffs. Vardaman wants to turn the favor again this year, and they come in with a 5-0 record, and they look good so far this year.
Vardaman averaging 52.5 points per game, so they're able to put some points on the board. If you're Calhoun City tonight, expect them to stack the line defensively and try to force Vardaman's freshman quarterback to put the ball in the air.
And that's one thing I think the quarterback number 1, Brian West, will be able to do. He is a good quarterback, good arm, good speed. He will go to the Mr. Everything, Odie Armstrong, in the backfield. He has a couple other guys to go to. Trent Edmondson, number 31, and Jason Mims, number 34, are two of his go-to players. The speed guys, he has number 2, Shaw. That's Horton, number 2, Horton, and number 3, Shaw, who are also guys who will run the ball and will go out for the pass.
On the other side of the ball, Calhoun City and head coach Mike Ray are going to try to play ball control tonight, try to keep the ball in their hands, keep that Vardaman powerful offense off the field, and try to put some points on the board themselves.
That's true, and look for Vardaman try to counteract that with a good big line. They have guys 230, 240 pounds who are strong anchors on the line, and a lot of them are juniors and seniors.
Calhoun City going to need some big plays tonight out of their senior LaDwan Pratt if they're going to be able to pull off the upset victory here tonight. So the Wildcats 3-2 on the season, taking on the Rams at 5-0. The winners in first place of the region. And we'll be back with some more pregame and the kickoff. So stay with us. You're watching TV7, TV 34. You got me?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I hear you.
As long as it don't start, man, it's just, I don't know what that is, if it's a short or what.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We're going to make it work.
That's the third different equipment I've had since I've
You got the man tonight. You ain't got to worry about it.
Oh.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Give me that.
You turn it down about 22.
Ken, is it too loud for you?
Yeah, Ken hears well, so I don't know.
All right, we want to be able to, of course, that loudspeaker, we're going to be able to hear it. We want to be able to hear it decent. Can you hear that all right?
Yeah.
If it's, well, your mic's pulled back. We don't have our mics real close. Hand me the sponsors if you don't mind. And that, I'll do them.
Number 55, Justin Holloway.
Record here.
Number 62, Amos Tudor.
Short play.
Number 68, Taylor Stennett. And number 74, John Mark Berry.
Where's the smoke going across the field?
Man, it ain't the wind. Where is it?
Wind ain't coming.
It ain't coming through here yet.
Left to right yet. We're going to come on at the
we need to do a
4-minute mark.
Well, I'm going to cut this off.
Yeah.
The Calhoun City form a spirit line.
All right.
I saw Nelson the other day. He said he was going to be back. Coach Nelson. He said he had a 6'1" girl on. Welcome back, everyone, here high atop the press box here from Calhoun City, where tonight, as we told you in the pregame, we've got a big-time matchup between the 5-0 Vardaman Rams and the 3-2 Calhoun City Wildcats. But Ken, both teams, though, are 3-0 in division play or in Region 1 1A play. So as we said in the open, this is a battle for first place. If Vardaman wins, they're going to be in a big-time driver's seat, having already defeated Smithville. Calhoun City wins, of course, they still have to go to play the Seminoles on the road, but they'll still be in good shape.
Yeah, at this point, they're looking for not only the county bragging rights, but they're also looking for that placement at the top of the division.
This is the biggest game here at the Boneyard, regular season game, since Bruce came in several years ago. And it's really been a lot of hype on this game. If you saw the coaches show, we had a chance to talk to both head coaches about this football game, and also had an opportunity to talk to Travis Pratt, wide receiver, defensive back from Vardaman, and also LaDwan Pratt, running back, defensive back from Calhoun City. Both teams are about to make their entry onto the field. Vardaman is going to be the visiting team tonight, wearing the white with the blue headgear and the blue pants. And Calhoun City will be decked out in their traditional solid black uniforms. As you see the Rams take the field, and here come the Wildcats. Before we get this one underway, let's take a look at some of the sponsors that are making this game possible for you tonight in the Calhoun County area and also the surrounding towns.
That's right, Don. Pizza Palace on the square in Bruce. Always proud to be a part of the game here tonight from Calhoun County. Bill Coughlin and staff invite you by today to try their lunch buffet at Pizza Palace on the square in Bruce. Also, Grisani Rebel Motors in Oxford. Classic Exteriors in Houston. Your professional vinyl siding installation center. Grenada Nissan in Grenada. Pilen Wholesale Furniture in Pilen. Calhoun Apparel Incorporated in Calhoun City. And also Parker Brothers Trucking in Derma. Ward Shortstop in Vardaman. Mount Supermarket, also of Vardaman. Bringing you the game here tonight. Fred's Pharmacy, Calhoun City and Vardaman. Merchants and Farmers Bank in Bruce. TDS Telecom in Calhoun City. Treasures Jewelry in the Oxford Mall. Custom Coverage Insurance in Bruce. Hudson's Flower Shop in Calhoun City. Pryor Funeral Home in Calhoun City. Bunny's Pageant and Formal Wear. Union Planters Bank of Bruce. Buck's One Stop of Calhoun City. Hunter's Hollow. We'll have more in just a moment.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
And to finish out real quick, the gold exchange on the square here in Calhoun City. Kelwood Company and Kelwood Factory Outlet Stores of Calhoun City. Weyerhaeuser Company in Bruce. Hunter's Hollow in Oxford. Bucks One Stop here in Calhoun City. Also, as I said, Union Planters Bank right here, Calhoun City, and also located in Durham. Bonnie's Pageant and Formal Wear of Bruce. All proud sponsors here tonight of the game done for Vardaman and Calhoun City. Looking forward to a great matchup here tonight.
We're moments away from kickoff. The Calhoun City Wildcats have won the toss and have elected to receive. So they're going to get the ball first here to get this game underway. Vardaman will kick it off. Back deep to receive is number 2, LaDwan Pratt, and also number 11, Derek Armstrong.
Derek Armstrong. Kicking for the Rams will be number 3, Tony Shaw.
Kickoff is underway, and it's going to be taken by Pratt, who is hit hard and dropped at the 27-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will go on offense, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Edmondson made the stop that time on special teams for the Rams. So the Wildcats will open their first drive here at the 27-yard line.
Don, I'm looking forward to see Calhoun City this year. That'll be my first time. I've seen the Rams twice, and I look forward to a good game.
Derek Armstrong, of course, the quarterback. Out of the shotgun formation to get this one underway. He's going to run with the football to the right side. Breaks a tackle at the 30, breaks another tackle, and is still on his feet up to the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats as Springer made the stop that time for the Rams. No huddle offense here for the Wildcats. Traveris Armstrong in the backfield. Wildcats are going to stack 3 wide receivers to the left. Armstrong, the 5'9", 175-pound sophomore, ball's on the ground, and he is stuffed in the backfield for a loss of 1 on the play. Tackle that time made by Ryan Springer and also John Mark Berry on the stop that time for the Rams. It'll be a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 for Calhoun City. Once again, the shotgun formation. Armstrong looking left, rolls that way, throws it to the sideline, had a man wide open, overshot, intended for Aaron Yates. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 11 here for the Wildcats.
3rd down and 11 for the Wildcats from the Rams 39.
Coach Mike Ray in his 6th season at the helm as a head coach of the Wildcats. Coach, longtime Vardaman coach Mark Bray across the way. Many people feel that this is the best Ram team in a long, long time. Even better than the team that went to the North Half Championship a few years and lost to Smithville. Back to throw. Pass down the side is going to be knocked away by Greg Horton. Intended out there for Demetrius Brown, and that's going to force a punting situation here for the Wildcats.
It'll be 4th down and 11 for the Wildcats from the Ram 39.
Dropping back to kick it away is going to be Derek Armstrong.
Back to punt for the Wildcats. John Harden.
John Harden will be back deep at his own 27-yard line. Armstrong gets off the kick. And a fair catch is called for at the 31-yard line by Harden.
31 to be 1st and 10 Rams.
.30-yard kick with no return. And the Rams will go on offense for the first time tonight. 1st down from the 32-yard line is where they'll mark it. Their quarterback is number 1, Brian West. Only a freshman. Done a tremendous job for Coach Bray running the offense this year.
From their own 32.
Odie Armstrong in the backfield with Edmondson.
Just that. Brian West, the quarterback.
Offset eye to the left. The give is to Armstrong. He hit at the line of scrimmage, dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2. Back to the 30-yard line.
About a yard on the play. So there's Armstrong and half Calhoun City defense on the stop for the Wildcats. Second down and 11 for the Rams.
Wildcats, we talked about in the opening, are going to try to stack that line and force Vardaman to throw the football. Put some pressure on the young quarterback tonight.
Well, that's Don. That's an excellent strategy for Calhoun City to pursue.
Offset out of the right this time. In motion goes Shaw. They're going to run it to the right side this time. Armstrong has about 4 yards up to the 34-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
4 down and 8 for the Rams from their own 34.
I tell you, Don, Mike Ray's squad really pumped up here tonight to start this game off, as they're going to really focus in on number 9, try to shut him down tonight, as they slowed him down last year quite a bit. But, you know, a young team for Calhoun City this year, and but you can bet they're going to see his number all night long, and expected him to come out and run the ball early here.
Tell you, the man to watch tonight is number 17, David Artberry, and number 68, Stovall. Back to throw, pass out in the flat is incomplete. Over the head of intended receiver Trent Edmondson out of the backfield formation. So the Rams are going to go 3 and out, and they'll have to punt the football away. So both defenses standing tall here on the opening drives.
Deep to receive the punt, number 11.
The Wildcats will try to get the ball back in some excellent field position here. Odie Armstrong back to kick it away as he'll stand back at the 22-yard line. Armstrong and Pratt are back deep. Good kick by Armstrong, and Pratt tried to call a fair catch. The ball hit the ground. It's loose on the field, and finally Pratt falls on it back to the 11-yard line. The Rams had a chance at it that time as they had a defender down on the field, but he could not pick it up, and Pratt was able to fall on it. I was real surprised that LeDuan called a fair catch in that situation. He had plenty of time to run with it, but he did not judge the kick. It went over his head, and he tried to catch it over his shoulder, and when he did, he never was able to get a good grasp on it.
Yeah, he had plenty of real estate in front of him, and that was kind of an odd call, but a big break there for Calhoun City to get back on that fumble football.
Wildcats are going to continue to run out of the shotgun formation with 3 wide receivers to the left. Derek Armstrong, play action, now is going to run with the football to the right side. Has a little bit of running room, cuts it back to the 20, still on his feet, and all the way up to the 29-yard line goes Derek Armstrong. That's just great individual effort that time by Armstrong. A pickup of 13 yards on the play.
Armstrong throws it to the 29, and that'll be a Wildcat touchdown.
I got a feeling we're going to be seeing Armstrong in our sleep tonight. All the ones on the field.
He has really started out strong. They know they're coming in. You know, the underdog here tonight. And I tell you what, they're wasting no time trying to get something going here offensively and trying to keep that defense for Vardaman on the field here, as Mike Ray talked about in the coach's show.
1st and 10 Wildcats, their second first down of the evening. With the 8:20 mark of the first quarter. The give is up the middle this time. Not much running room that time for Demetrius Brown, who's going to be stacked up. Forward progress, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
We'll pick up about a yard on the play. Jason Mims making the stop for the Rams.
Mims made the tackle. It'll be second down, 10 yards to go.
For the Wildcats from their own 30-yard line.
No gain on the play. 3 wide receivers go to the left. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's Yates, Pratt, and Brown. Truthridge in the backfield. And there's the option to the left. They pitch it to Pratt. Pratt trying to change his direction, and it's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 22-yard line. Jonathan Denley made the tackle that time for the Rams.
Denley making the stop for the Rams.
-7 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 17 yards to go.
22-yard line.
That play never really got in sync from the get-go. Not sure I've ever seen that play run before where you run out and pitch it to one of the wide receivers. Travaris Armstrong is in the backfield with Derek Armstrong. Same formation here for the Wildcats on 3rd down and 17. Yates will go in motion. Gonna run it to the left now. Fake the pitch off, throw over the middle, had a man open, overshot him, and it's intercepted. That's Greg Horton. Horton back down the far sideline and out of bounds at the Calhoun City 22-yard line.
And he's taken out of bounds inside the Wildcat 25.
The pretty well designed play that time by the Wildcats. He had the man open, but it went off the hand and right into the arms of the free safety, Horton. And now the Rams are in excellent field position at the Calhoun City 22-yard line. So the first turnover of the night's a big one. West under center, gives to Armstrong off the left side, trying to pick his way, not much running room. And Armstrong is going to be stacked up at the 21-yard line after a pickup of only 1 yard. Artberry made the tackle that time. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. So far, Odie has carried 3 times for only 5 yards. Mims in the backfield now with Armstrong. They give it to Odie off the right side. This time he ducks his head and powers his way inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. That'll be enough for the first down. Good power running that time by Odie. It'll be 1st and goal to go, Vardaman.
Yeah, Odie really used his leg strength that time and his power and put that head down, lowered those pads done, and just able to really pick up some great yardage and get his team in position here to take an early lead in this ball game.
1st and goal to go from the 8. Working out of the power I formation now with 3 men in the backfield. They give to Armstrong again, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to be inside the 5 and into the end zone. 8-yard touchdown run from Odie Armstrong puts the Rams on the board with 5:26 to go in the first quarter. So a 22-yard drive that time by the Rams. Only took them 3 plays to get into the end zone. Taking advantage of the Calhoun City turnover, and that's something the Wildcats cannot afford to do. Extra point pending here. Jose Guerrero will attempt it. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So your score, the Vardaman Rams 7, the Calhoun City Wildcats nothing. We'll take a station break. You're watching TV7, TV 34, the game of the week, Rams and the Wildcats. Stay with us, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, as we're from the Boneyard in Calhoun City. Rams lead the Wildcats 7-0. Here's the kickoff. It's a short squib kick. Ball is loose on the field around the 37. It appears that the Wildcats have recovered. So Calhoun City will get good field position at the 37. Here's another timeout on the field as they're going to have an officials timeout. This is the water break that they give in the first couple of months of the season. And while we have a chance, let's look at some more sponsors.
Yeah, and real quick here, once again, we'd like to thank the Gold Exchange right here in town, a proud sponsor of Calhoun City and Vardaman. Go by and see Dina and Shirley and all the staff of the Gold Exchange for the holiday season coming up. They have a store full of selections there. Go by and check with them. Also, Kelwood Factory Outlet on South Main in Calhoun City. Go by and see Teresa and staff at Kelwood Factory Outlet Store. And, of course, Kelwood Company, a key sponsor here in this game tonight. Thanks to all those people at Kelwood. Weyerhaeuser Company and Bruce, a proud industry in our county, proud to be a part of the game here. Both teams tonight from Weyerhaeuser Company, Hunters Hollow, Dunny Guest and staff, just off West Jackson and Oxford. Go by and see all the staff at Hunters Hollow, over 10,000 square feet of show space at Hunters Hollow, your complete hunting supply center in Oxford, and a proud sponsor here tonight. And also Buck's One Stop here in town. Go by and see Buck Langford and staff for daily lunches, the best pizza anywhere around. Also fish, catfish, fries, and more from Buck's One Stop on Highway 9 here in Calhoun City.
1st and 10 Wildcats from the 37-yard line, their 3rd drive of the night. They can continue to go out of the same formation here, as they feel that the way to beat Vardaman is to spread them out. Here's Armstrong straight up the middle, has some running room, gets it up to the midfield stripe. Gain of 13 on the play, and that'll be enough for the first down. So Derek Armstrong showing some good running ability from the quarterback position tonight.
Don, that carry for Armstrong will give him 42 yards on 4 carries. So like you said, a good night starting out for him.
Yeah, just over 10 yards per carry, so a good average there. Now they're going to send trips to the near side. Vardaman with a 5-man front. Bad snap. It's loose on the field. Armstrong picks it up, eludes a couple of tackles, but he's going to be surrounded and stopped around the 43-yard line. Those are the little mistakes you cannot afford. Bad snaps and those type of things. That's going to be a loss of 7 on the play. And Ken, that puts you into a 2nd and long situation. That's not what you want if you're a Wildcat fan.
Not at all. It seems that they've been making big plays and then been going backward in the same sense. You know, the 7-yard loss, and then on the last couple of drives they've done the same thing.
2nd down and 17 from the 42, a 43-yard line. Here's the snap, back to throw once again, looking left, and he is going to be sacked. Odie Armstrong in the backfield to drop his namesake, Derek Armstrong, back at the 36-yard line for a loss of 7 again. So now 3rd down and 24 yards to go.
Shift that. 3rd down, 27.
3rd and 24. The ball is resting at the 37-yard line. Calhoun City has to go all the way to the 40 of Vardaman to pick up a first down here. Armstrong wants to throw, rolling to his right, throws it out in the flat, complete, or no, incomplete. He couldn't hold on to it. The pass was intended for Artberry, the 6'2", 210 sophomore tight end, but he could not pull it in. It'll bring up 4th down once again here for the Wildcats.
Calhoun City having trouble early down, passing 0 for 4 thus far.
Yeah, the only successful play so far has been Armstrong on the keeper up the middle. Now Derek Armstrong will drop back to punt the football away. Harden back deep with Horton. End over end kick is going to hit at the 32 and roll to the 29-yard line. It'll be down there. So 1st and 10 to go for the Rams with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter as they'll start this drive at their own 29.
Well, Don, you and I have seen some huge ball games here, but it's been quite a while, but none bigger than this one tonight. We've seen some great matchups here, some North Half championships determined right here on this field, but I tell you, this is a lot of electricity in this crowd tonight for this one with playoff hopes on the line.
I tell you, it's always fun to come to Calhoun City to do a game. It's just some type of atmosphere that you don't get a lot of places. The smoke blowing across the field. The patio fans down in the far right corner. Here's Armstrong sweeping to the left. Odie cuts it back inside and just runs over tackles. There's a penalty marker down as he gets all the way up to the 43-yard line.
Anthony Armstrong making the stop for the Wildcats.
It'll be a gain of 14 on the play, but there is a flag down.
We have holding
Holding against the Rams is going to back them up 10.
First down on about 18 for the Rams from their own 23-yard line.
That'll back the Rams all the way up to the 23-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 16. That amounts to a 6-yard penalty that time. West under center, power out of the right. Play action, rolling to the right is West. The pass is complete to Mims. Mims to the 30, outruns a tackler. He's down the far sidelines, across midfield, into Calhoun City territory and out of bounds.
Jason Mims taken out of bounds.
Nice run after the catch that time by Jason Mims. They're going to mark him out of bounds around the 39-yard line in Wildcat territory.
First and 10 Rams from the Wildcat.
But not before he's got to pick up a 38 yards and a Ram first down. Here's the give to the fullback. Mims is wide open up the middle. He's to the 25, cuts it back across the field. Still on his feet, there's a penalty marker down. Mims is still on his feet, finally knocked to the ground, but not before he's down close to the 10-yard line. But there is a flag back at the 24, so hold everything.
Mims taken down at the Wildcat 11.
I tell you, that's going to make the highlight reel. That was a great run by Jason Mims, but it's going to be negated due to a illegal block in the back against the Rams, so that'll back them up.
The original line of scrimmage was the Calhoun City 39, so let's see where the holding took place.
I think the holding was on down the field, so they will actually going to end up back it close to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 1st and 9, I believe. They'll mark it at the 38-yard line of Calhoun City. So let's call it 1st and 9 yards to go. Give us to Armstrong. He's hitting the backfield. Still on his feet, though, as he powers his way down inside the 35. Looked like the ball came loose. It did, and Calhoun City has recovered. So Vardaman has their first turnover of the night, as Odie Armstrong was battling for extra yardage. And in the process of doing so, the ball was popped loose, and the Wildcats recover, and they'll have the football here at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Odie kept those legs moving and really just trying on that extra effort to get that extra yardage, as you said, done. And the ball came loose, and there's a big break for Calhoun City as Vardaman was driving. Had a great drive put together once again, and it's time now, you know, for the Wildcat offense to really come out and do something here in this first quarter of play.
Ken, a quick update on Odie Armstrong's yards so far here tonight.
Well, I've got him 6 carries, 30 yards.
5 yards per carry. Now the Wildcats are going to come back to the more traditional I formation that they like to run. Armstrong on the option, keeps it up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play for Derek Armstrong. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Wildcats.
Well, Derek Armstrong has really been the workhorse here so far in the first quarter of play. And he's putting on some pretty good yards himself here early in this contest tonight, trying to keep his offense moving. That's really been the only thing that's really worked for them so far.
2nd down and 4 from the 40, and Calhoun City wants a timeout here. With 1:23 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it here as the Wildcats, after the turnover, now trying to move. Didn't like what they saw, so they took a timeout. Let's talk about some of the other area games tonight. The Bruce Trojans are at home at their homecoming, taking on 3A South Pontotoc. The Calhoun Academy Cougars are also having their homecoming tonight as they're taking on Deer Creek. and some of the other neighboring teams in our area. Houston hosting Winona. Pontotoc homecoming there against Coffeyville. Oxford travels to Holly Springs. Lafayette hosts Tishomingo County. And Water Valley, the 5-0 Blue Devils, travel up to North Panola and Sardis.
I tell you, those Blue Devils really on a roll, 5-0 in the season, and got a big victory behind them defeating Senatobia. And I know Coach Drury is really excited, as they should win that division, barring any upsets done. And Blue Devils really on a roll, and I know they're hopefully planning on postseason play coming up.
For the Wildcats from their own 40.
Second down and 4. No, the Smithville Seminoles are pulling for the Wildcats tonight as they're hoping to keep their hopes alive for a division championship. Here's the gift to Pratt. Pratt carries it up to the 48-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. A pickup of 8. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 to go now for the Wildcats. Bill, you and I have seen a lot of games here in Calhoun City, and I'm going to post a question to you here. What was the greatest play you remember seeing here? I'm going to let you think on it a little while.
I'm going to say, give me a little time on that one.
We'll come back to that one.
That's quick notice. A lot of good plays been in this field here tonight.
1st and 10 Cats. 2 wide receivers go wide to the left. Once again, the give is to Pratt. Not much running room as he is hit and dropped back at the 44-yard line. Another tackle from Ryan Springer, who's off to a good start defensively tonight, number 8. It'll be a loss on the play of 4 for 2nd and 14 here for City. Bad news this week for a former Wildcat. Young man we affectionately call the Wolfman, Jody Jennings, Bill, out for the season with a knee injury.
Yeah, and he was really making a difference on that Delta State squad. I tell you, he was really piling up some yards, and they will miss him, no doubt, even on that level of play.
2nd and 14, the ball's loose on the field again, and Pratt has to fall on it.
We have a fumble on the play.
Back at the 40-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play, and that's going to end the first quarter of play. So when we come back, Calhoun City will once again be forced with a 3rd and long situation. We're at the end of the first quarter of play with your score, the Vardaman Rams 7, the Calhoun City Wildcats nothing. Let's take a break. You're watching the Game of the Week on TV7, TV 34. Back in a moment. We're back here as we start the second quarter. 3rd down and long here for the Cats. Triple wide receivers to the right. Armstrong out of the shotgun. Rolls to his right, wants to throw back. It's deflected, incomplete. Wanted to throw the ball back across the field that time on a crossing route. But one of the defensive linemen that time for the Rams able to get his hands up and bat the ball up in the air. So once again, the Cats will have to kick it away.
I tell you, this Vardaman defense has made some adjustments and really kind of shut them down here and getting the ball back. And that's what Coach Mike Ray doesn't want to see is that Vardaman offense right back on the field with all the weapons they have this year.
I tell you, we talk a lot about this offense of Vardaman, and deservedly so, averaging 52 points a game. But their defense, with the exception of the Smithville game when they gave up 28 points, other than that, they have shut down pretty much everybody. 70-0 victory over Biggersville. They held Hamilton to 7 points last week, and also were able to blow cold water out of the water. And also a pretty bad feat in Morville. The first game, they beat them pretty bad too. So the defense has played well this year as well.
I know Ken has seen Vardaman here already this year some. And, you know, a lot of those guys playing, Ken, both sides of the ball. And you just got some great athletes on this white and blue team here tonight.
They are a really good team, real solid on both sides. I saw them beat Biggersville 70-0, and I saw one of the better games I've seen in a long time when they played at Smithville.
Armstrong back to punt for the Wildcats.
Back deep to receive is Harden, along with Horton, as Derek Armstrong will punt it away. He gets it away. It's a low spinning kick. It's going to take a nice Calhoun City roll down to about the 20-yard line. And that's where the Rams will open this drive at their own 20-yard line. First few seconds of the second quarter as the Rams will go on offense once again, leading 7-0.
That will be the worst starting field position for Vardaman tonight.
Vardaman next week will host Faulkner, while Calhoun City will be here for homecoming against Thrasher. First and 10 Rams. Offset I to the near side. The pitch sweep now to Horton, who's in the game. Horton cuts it back, has some running room. Horton in the open. He's to the 40. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. He's to the 30. He's outrunning all the Wildcats into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. 80-yard touchdown run for Greg Horton, the sophomore running back, who will be the heir apparent to Odie Armstrong here in a few years. Takes it all the way, and I don't think hardly any Wildcat got a hand on him as he broke through the initial defense and took it the distance. And once he got out in the open, he was not going to be caught.
I tell you, he turned the motors on, and he's really showed his speed there, Dunn, and he's a young guy, and I know Mark Bray's excited about this young man. You can't just focus on one guy. They've got so many weapons here tonight, as you just saw in Horton.
Extra point from Guerrero is up and good. And so with 11:20 to 8 to go, the Rams have extended their lead now to 14-0. We'll be back in just a moment with the kickoff right after these messages, so stay with us. Back to action, everyone. Don Brooks along with Bill Morgan, Ken Johnson here from Calhoun City, where right now the Rams with the upper hand, 14-0. Once again, a squib kick. And once again, Calhoun City having some trouble holding on to the football, but they do fall on it back at the 34-yard line. Aaron Yates recovered the kickoff that time. And so Calhoun City is going to get good field position here at the 33. Well, now you're down 14-0. You got to put some points on the board if you're the Wildcats here. Got to find some way to get some type of consistency on offense. Really the only positive yardage that they've gotten have been on the quarterback draw up the middle by Derek Armstrong. Back to the I formation now for the Wildcats. Give is up the middle to about the 36-yard line. That's number 28 on the carry, Homer Moore. Moore's a 5'10", 185-pound junior. Both of these teams start young quarterbacks. You look at this Calhoun City squad. You know, we talked last week about the young team that Bruce has, but only 4 seniors on Calhoun City squad this year. Compared to a heavy laden Ram senior leading team. There's a penalty marker down. That may be a delay of game. It will be. So it'll back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, Mike Ray will have some of these guys for a while to come, and hopefully develop some, some experience here and get some great ball out of these guys during their years here.
I'll tell you, Vardaman only has 9 seniors, a lot fewer than I thought. That ball's knocked down by Trent Edmondson. They tried to throw a quick pass out in the flat intended for Yates, but Edmondson was there to knock it down. So 3rd down, 12 yards to go now for the Wildcats.
And they need a big play here. If they are, as you said, Dunn, they're going to put some points on the board, and just unable to find some consistency on offense to make anything work so far against this good front line that the defense of the Rams is putting up here in this first half.
Third down and 12 yards to go. Back to throw is Armstrong, rolling to his right, throws it out, and it is deflected and almost picked off by John Harden. Harden read the eyes that time on the quarterback Armstrong, stepped in front of that pass and almost deflected it into his arms for an interception. But nevertheless, it'll bring up 4th down here for Calhoun City, and once again they'll have to punt it away.
And to reiterate, Don, the passing game is having trouble getting off track for Calhoun City. 0 for 7 thus far, 1 interception.
Armstrong will stand back at the 20. Vardaman showing the rush, and the kick is partially blocked, I believe, as it's going to roll dead around the 50-yard line. Odie Armstrong, I believe, was the man up the middle who was able to get a hand on it. And now Vardaman once again is going to start in excellent field position here. 50 yards from pay dirt with 10:20 to go still in the first half.
One thing I noticed, Don, Ryan Springer almost got to the punt last time. He extended out and just barely missed it, and Odie was able to get to it that time. So they are getting a guy around the end to get to the punter.
Travis Pratt comes wide to the near side. Pierce to the left, and there's a penalty marker down before the play gets underway. Illegal procedure is the call against the Rams. That's their third penalty of the night. For 25 yards.
It'll be first down and 15 from the Ram 35.
So it'll be first and 15 now, back at the 45-yard line. Mims and Armstrong in the backfield behind West. West rolls out to his right, throws it out in the flat, complete to Mims. Mims has all kind of running room, gets an excellent block from Travis Pratt before he is finally wrestled down at the 24-yard line. Give Travis Pratt a lot of credit right there. Good downfield blocking that time from the wide receiver. Got Mims some extra yardage that time, and he was able to take it down to the 25-yard line. It's where they'll mark it. That's a pickup of 30 on the play. So first and 10 to go, Rams. Once again, moving the football deep into Wildcat territory. Pitch sweep now to Odie. Odie, round the corner. Getting it down to about the 21-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6.
It'll be second down and 6 for the Rams.
Yeah, Vardaman's really been able to mix it up with the pass and the run, and kind of keeping this Wildcat defense a little bit off balance here in the first half. Good job by the Ram offense to keep things kind of mixed up there.
Second and 6 from the 21 of Calhoun City. This time it's Mims once again off the left side, and Mims is battling his way down close to the 15-yard line. He'll be close to a Ram first down. He may be a little bit shy, it looks like, from here. Here's an injured player on the field now for the Wildcats.
It'll be third down and 1 for the Rams.
Can't really tell right now who the injured player is for the Wildcats.
That last carry for Mims was his first of the game, but he has 90. No, let me correct that. He has 106 yards receiving thus far, 2 catches. I've got it messed up, Don. My writing's messed up here. Let me do it right. 2 receptions, 68 yards.
Okay, I was thinking 106 yards.
Yeah.
I don't remember him getting that many. Speaking of 106 yards, though, Bill, you and I pondered this for a while, the greatest play here at the Boneyard, and we both come up with the same one.
That's right. I thought about it. It took me about 30 seconds after you asked me to think about that play, and of course, it was the play with Armstrong with his knee. Questionable call, his knee down in the end zone, him running, 103 yards back for the touchdown?
Actually, yeah, it was only a 99-yard, but he actually ran it from the midway through the end zone all the way for a touchdown, breaking a couple of tackles. That was Santo Armstrong back, I believe, in either 95, 94, 95, somewhere around in there, mid-90s. And I remember Charles Faulkner, the head coach of Oklahoma, coming out on the field and having a huge argument with the referees.
Yeah, that lasted quite a while with Coach Faulkner. I remember that as well. He stayed on the field about as long as some of the players because that was a lot of controversy over that call. We did have that game, of course.
Jamel Brunson was the injured player, but he leaves under his own power. It looks like hopefully he'll be okay, as he'll be attended to by the sports medicine staff. Power I formation now, quarterback sneak for West, a big opening up the middle. It's a first down and more, as he'll take it inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. Well, that'll set up a first and goal to go now for Vardaman.
Making the stop, Calhoun City.
Calhoun City can't hardly afford to give up another touchdown here, already down 14-0. 21-0 would be almost an unsurmountable hole to dig out of.
Yeah, they're really getting tested early on. Vardaman running it straight up the gut here up the line of scrimmage and just opening up great holes for the running backs.
Rams going to just play smash mouth football now as Mims is going to push his way down inside the 5-yard line. Nice positive gain on the play. He got about halfway that time. It's a pickup of 4. It'll be second down and goal to go.
Rams about the 4-yard line.
Of course, there was some great licks here, Pass. You remember the Chad Cook lick against Bruce was a good play. My soul. Who can forget that with Billy Nelson?
Yeah. Here's the give to Armstrong. He'll walk into the end zone. Odie Armstrong with his second touchdown of the night. This is a 4-yard run to put the Rams up now 20-0. Vardaman crowd chanting Odie across the way, and I tell you, look at that crowd. They have brought a slew of Ram fans over, not only in the stands, but all the way down into the north end zone here.
I tell you, when you're 5-0, it doesn't hurt. You can always bring a train load, and as we'll show the crowd, they are. It's just like some of the old Bruce Calhoun City games. Just a huge packed house here tonight.
Guerrero's extra point hits the upright, no good. And so with 7:52 to go in the ball game, it's all Vardaman. Rams lead it 20-0. We'll take a break and be right back in just a moment.
Okay. This is looking hard, ain't it? Ken?
I told you they're good.
It ain't over.
Once again, a squib kick from Vardaman as we come back. Calhoun City having all kind of trouble picking it up. Finally, Derek Armstrong has it, and he will slash his way up to the 36-yard line.
Across the rock at 35 to the 36.
Coach Bray has elected to go with the squib kick now every time, try to keep the ball out of the hands of LaDwan Pratt. And it's been pretty effective, although Calhoun City has got good field position. They've had some trouble grasping the football and almost have turned it over a couple of times. So now they'll start with a no-huddle offense, 1st and 10 from the 36. Down 20-0, gonna have to open it up a little bit. Armstrong up the middle, has good running room, gets up to the 44-yard line.
Pick up about 7 on the play.
Pickup of 8 on the play. It'll be second down and 2. That's been the most effective play tonight for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I was going to say they've had the most success when he's just tucked it and kept it himself. And the most positive yards by their offense has been with Armstrong carrying the ball. So I guess you go with what works here in this first half.
That 8-yard pickup will give him 9 carries on the night for 40 yards.
That's pretty much close to the total offense for Calhoun City. They fumble it again, though, and Armstrong has to pick it up, and he is belted by Jason Mims.
And Don, they have had some difficulties tonight on the center quarterback exchange. I think it's stopped a couple of their drives.
Really has. They have been put into some second and third down and long situations. And that, when you lose, it's very difficult to gain that many yards in one pop. And it's still too early to change your game plan totally, but you've got to try to score some points here against this tough Ram defense. The ball's all the way back to the 36 now, 3rd down and 10. That was a loss of 8. Pratt goes in motion. They fake the pitch. They want to throw it deep down the sidelines, up for grabs. That was going to be almost intercepted, but knocked away by Aaron Yates. Travis Pratt had that ball picked off, and Aaron Yates had to turn into a defensive back that time to knock it away.
their own 36.
Calhoun City once again will have to punt it away.
Well, you got to like these two teams done in postseason. Of course, the Wildcats will have to go to Smithville. Vardaman has Faulkner next week, so still a lot of ball left. But you got to definitely like Calhoun City here at the end in the postseason.
Oh yeah, both of these teams will be in the playoffs. I feel like they take the top 4 from Region 1-1A. Vardaman, if they win tonight, here's a fake punt in the own end, and it's not going to work. And credit that man, Ryan Springer. Springer was the man that tripped him up to keep Pratt from making the first down. So a very surprising play there as Coach Mike Ray rolled the dice that time and came up empty. And Vardaman's going to have good field position with 6:06 to play in the second quarter. There's a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be back with more Wildcat and Ram football right after these messages. Back to action, everyone. 20-0. Vardaman leads it. 6:06 to go in the first half. Rams once again have the football in Calhoun City territory. Here's Horton. Horton trying to get to the corner, and he is going to be run out of bounds at the Wildcat 38-yard line. Gain of only a yard on the play. It'll be second down and 9.
Second down and 8 for the Rams.
Make it second and 8 as they mark him at the 37. So second down, 8 yards to go.
That was good pursuit there that time by Calhoun City to get Horton out of bounds with his speed, and need some more plays like that here from this defense.
Armstrong and Mims in the backfield now for the Rams. On second down and 8, West wants to throw. Rolling out to his left under duress, and he's sacked. David Artberry once again in on the stop.
Making the stop for the
All the way back to the 50-yard line. That'll be a loss of 13 on the play and bring up third down and long here for the Rams.
Third down and 20.
Third down and 21 yards to go.
And that's a big play for the Wildcats at this point in the game. The biggest defensive player of the night there by Artberry, and a great job there to pursue the quarterback and able to get him for the loss.
I'm really impressed by this freshman quarterback, West. He's shown a lot of poise. Here's a give to Horton.
The give is to Armstrong.
Oh, excuse me, that is Armstrong. Not much running room that time, and he'll be dropped at the 48 after a gain of only a couple. So fourth down and a punting situation coming up here for the Rams. So Armstrong will drop back to kick it away. So the fake punt did not cost the Wildcats. Odie taking a lot of time, gets away, a beauty. That was going to sail all the way into the end zone on the fly. 48-yard kick that time with no return. That was a boomer.
Yeah, he took his time on that and really got some leg into that one. And a good job there by Odie, Mr. All-Purpose Man here for this football club. Don, let's mention Pizza Palace on the square, the best pizza around. Go by and see Bill Cockles and staff. Lunch buffet every day. He's open at night with delivery in the Bruce city limits, and he makes the best pizza around. Been in business for many years. Pizza Palace on the square in Bruce. Proud to be a part of the game here tonight from Calhoun City. And be sure and give Pizza Bill a call. Bill Cockles and staff at Pizza Palace in Bruce.
First and 10 Wildcats. 3 wide receivers set to the left, stacked once again. Once again, they're going to try to run Derek Armstrong. This time it is read by the Rams. Credit Taylor Stinnett.
Edmondson on the stop.
Number 68 with the tackle.
Second down, 6 Wildcats from their own 24.
Gain of 4 on the play, so second down, 6 yards to go. Pratt goes in motion. They pitch it back to Pratt. LeDuan nowhere to go. He is stacked up back inside his own 20-yard line. That's Ryan Springer and Odie Armstrong in on the tackles. In on the tackle, and it'll be up 3rd down and long now. 3rd down and 10. It'll be a loss of 4 that time for Pratt. And so far tonight, LeDuan not able to get anything going on offense for the Wildcats.
Don, they have held him in check. He has 5 carries tonight, -2 yards.
Once again, a 3rd and long situation here for the Wildcats. 3rd down and 10. With just over 3 minutes to go of the first half. Armstrong taking a lot of time at the line of scrimmage, and he takes too long. So delay a game. Looked like he was changing the play possibly at the line as he kept looking at his wristband where he has the plays written on his wrist. So he might have been wanting to change something at the line, but he took too long. So it'll bring up 3rd down.
That really puts you in tough field position there for Calhoun City, as they might have needed a timeout there, but now going to be backed up deep in their own end zone.
3rd and 15. They throw it out in the flat to Pratt. Pratt wants to throw it, I believe. Throws it, that should be grounding. As he threw it right at the feet of the line of scrimmage at the offensive lineman, but I don't see a flag down. It's a lateral in the backfield that time. Pratt, no question, he threw it away to avoid the sack, it looked like, from here. But nevertheless, Vardaman's going to get the football back regardless.
I would say that one was very uncatchable and no black jerseys around, so that was a break there for the Wildcats.
So Vardaman will get excellent field position here. Let's see if they go for the block. Here they come again. Bad snap, and they're going to mug him in the backfield, pick it up. Mims dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Jason Mims. It was a one-hop on the snap to the punter. And there was a gang of Rams back there. And Mims was able to pick it up and dive his way into the end zone to make it 26-0 Vardaman.
Rams score on the fumble return.
Breakdown by your special teams once again, as the Wildcats have had some trouble here tonight, and it cost them big time there with 6 more points on the board for the Rams.
Vardaman's going to go for 2 now to try to make up for the missed extra point, and then timeout is taken as there was some confusion in the backfield over the play. So Vardaman will take a timeout here with 2:18 to go. Let's take a look at some more of our sponsors here tonight.
We're proud to have Grazzani Rebel Motors on board on West Jackson and Oxford. Go by and see all the staff at Grazzani Rebel Motors, all the 2001 models coming in, trucks and cars, and they have a huge lot there. Dino Grazzani and staff, proud to serve you and proud to be a part of this game tonight from Calhoun City at Grazzani Rebel Motors, your GM Chevy dealer in Oxford. Also Classic Exteriors in Houston for professional vinyl siding installation. Call Gene King and staff with over 20 years of vinyl siding experience. Classic Exteriors in Houston, proud to be a part of the game here tonight from Calhoun City as well. And also Grenada Nissan, Richie Hill and staff, 226-2116 at Grenada Nissan. Tell Richie Hill we sent you by, and he's proud to be a part of the Vardaman Ram football team here tonight from Richie Hill, Grenada Nissan.
Stay with us at halftime. We'll have the Calhoun City Marching Band performing. We'll also have some first half stats for you and a summary of the Rams scoring. We're going to go for 2. They fake the pitch to Armstrong, throw it back to the left. Wide open is Pratt for the 2-point conversion. Nobody picked up Travis Pratt that time as everybody went to the right, following Odie Armstrong, who that time was used as a decoy, and the Rams have extended the lead now to 28-0 with 2:18 to go in the first half. See, the Crow's Nest is packed again here tonight, down across the way here at Calhoun City.
And Don, I think they've grown over there. I think they've added a few.
They have grown. That's the hottest part of real estate in Calhoun City on a Friday night.
You won't get a seat there hardly. You'll have to get there early. We've seen a lot of action over there in years past, a lot of smoke coming from those grills. I know there's been a lot of good times over in that corner.
Yeah, I remember one year they had the fireworks and shot the fireworks off after a touchdown. So Vardaman will kick off, 2:18 to go. This game has been all Rams. That's all you can say about it. 2 Calhoun City turnovers have resulted in 14 points for the Rams, or actually 15 points. They got the 2-point conversion. There's a deep kickoff this time. Armstrong has to go back to his own 5-yard line, picking his way across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
To about the 27-yard line.
So Calhoun City will take over at their own 27-yard line.
Hey, Don, that's the first time in quite some time that I've seen Vardaman actually do the long kickoff. I've gotten kind of used to them doing the squib kick.
Yeah, Odie Armstrong does the place kicking duties. He has a good strong leg, as you saw on that punt earlier where he kicked a 48-yarder. Well, let's see if Calhoun City can get anything going here before the half. They're going to need some type of big play. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain a drive against this Ram unit and go 75 yards for a score. Here's the give to Pratt. Pratt's got some running room off the right side. Pratt still on his feet. There's a big play we're talking about as LaDwan Pratt carries it into Vardaman territory.
About the 31-yard line. Ryan Springer on the stop from Ram.
That big run will give Calhoun City their 5th first down of the night.
Check that, run out of bounds.
They'll rule him down at the 49-yard line is where he went out. So 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats.
And we were looking for that big play out of Travis Pratt, or LaDwan Pratt, excuse me. Let me get the Pratt straight here. And finally it came, as we knew he would eventually break something here in this ball game here right before the half.
25-yard scamper that time. There's some communication problem in the backfield, and Armstrong is going to be surrounded and dropped. And look who comes out of the bottom of the pile, but Ryan Springer, number 8, who's been everywhere tonight. A loss all the way back to the 46 of Calhoun City, so a loss of 5. If you look at one thing in this first half, you look at the turnovers and the 2nd and 3rd down and longs that Calhoun City has been faced with.
Yeah, it seems that they have made initial first down plays, long yardage like the one we just saw, and then come right back and have some exchange problems or just have some other problems that sets them back and they can't recover.
I'd like to see them just run Pratt to the outside and see what happens. Quick slant or complete for a gain of only 3 to Aaron Yates. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 12 now.
It'll be 3rd down, 12 for the Wildcats from their own 49.
I'll tell you, I think you got to get the ball in the hands of LaDwan Pratt as much as possible. He's your one senior leader on this squad.
We saw him last year, of course, have some big games as well last year, and we know he's got the experience to go with it, Don, and definitely I think he's got to get the ball more.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd and 12, a passing situation here for Wildcats. Only 28 seconds to go in the first half. Rolling left, Armstrong throws it up into a crowd, and it is going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for number 3.
Demetrius Brown looked as though he had his hands on the football and was about to bring it in, but Travis Pratt came in there to knock it away at the last moment and set up a 4th down and 12. And let's see if the Wildcats elect to punt or go for it here with only 19 seconds to go. Looks like they are going to kick it away, and I tell you, if you're Vardaman here, you're probably going to go and try to block this one with only 19 seconds to go. Looks like they are dropping back as John Harden is back deep to receive. They get the kick away. It's a good kick, and Harden calls a fair catch back at the 14-yard line. Once again, it looked like he had some room to run that time. With only 14 seconds to play in the first half, Vardaman may just take a knee right here and go into the locker room with a pretty comfortable 28-0 lead.
Well, as we said, they have dominated this first half. I know Coach Bray has to be excited about how his team has played here for 2 quarters of action and will not want to let up in the second and just try to keep their offense on the field for Vardaman here and come away with a big victory here tonight.
Next week, TV7, TV34 will be in Vardaman when they'll host the Eagles from Faulkner. What should be another big crowd and another exciting Region 1 1A battle against a Faulkner team that beat Vardaman last year, if you remember, up in Faulkner. That's the end of the first half as West takes a knee. And so at halftime, your score is the Rams 28, the Calhoun City Wildcats nothing. We're going to take a quick break here as you see the teams heading to the locker room. And we'll be back to listen to the Calhoun City Marching Band right after these messages. Stay with us, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's halftime entertainment, we proudly present the 2000 Calhoun City Wildcat Band. Tonight's performance includes the Latin music and Quintet of los Cosos with solos by Cristóbal and Amanda Miller. And I Dream a Dream from the Broadway musical Les Miserables, featuring solos by Dominique Shaw and Jacob Glass. Next, we will feature the drumline Color Guard and a multitude of additional soloists by performing the
back here at halftime, and let's go to Ken now for a quick look at the first half stats.
At halftime, Vardaman has 191 yards in total offense, 19 plays, and they've gained 4 first downs. Individually, West has completed 2 of 3 passes for 68 yards, both of those to Mims, 138 and 130. Individually rushing, West has carried the ball 3 times for -8 yards. He was sacked twice. Odie Armstrong has carried the ball 8 times, 36 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 fumble. Number 34, Mims, has carried the ball 2 times for 9 yards. Number 2, Greg Horton, has carried the ball 2 times for 82 yards, and one of those was an 80-yard touchdown run. For Calhoun City, they finished the first half 30 plays for 58 yards. That's less than 2 yards per play done, and that won't get it done. They have 5 first downs. Individually for Calhoun City,
Number 2, Greg Horton.
rushing, Armstrong has carried the ball 12 times, 32 yards.
Travis Pratt.
Brown 1 time for no yards. Pratt 5 times for 2 yards. Make that 22 yards. And Moore 1 time for 3 yards. Armstrong has completed 1 of 10 passes for 2 yards and 1 interception, no touchdowns. Back to you, Don.
Okay, so we're moments away here from the second half kickoff. Vardaman's going to get the football back. Rams lead, of course, 28-0. We'll see what type of adjustments Calhoun City makes in the second half to try to get some points on the board. Short kickoff, and Vardaman's going to get good field position as Jonathan Denley gets it up to the 38-yard line. So the Rams will go on offense 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
And we'll make mention of Pylon Wholesale Furniture. Just a short drive east of here between Vardaman and Houston. All the staff at Pylon Wholesale Furniture wish both teams the best here tonight. Pylon Wholesale Furniture, huge warehouse, 3 warehouses of furniture for you to choose from. Go by and see them today. Also, Calhoun Apparel Incorporated, Bobby Steele and all the staff here at Calhoun Apparel Incorporated. Also facilities in Kilmichael and Water Valley. Proud to be a part of the game here tonight as well from Calhoun Apparel, a key industry in our community.
1st and 10 Rams from the 37-yard line. West is going to give it off the left side to Odie Armstrong, who is dragging defenders to the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. I think if you're Calhoun City fans and you look at the stats at halftime and you see that Odie Armstrong only has 36 yards, you have to feel pretty good, but that just tells you how much depth this team has.
That's right, Dunn. They got a lot of tools this year. Where a lot of times last year they keyed on number 9, Odie, but now they have a whole lot of weapons here.
Armstrong straight up the middle, has all kind of running room in the Wildcat territory, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 20 on the play. That'll move the chains and be another Ram first down.
Odie's put up big numbers, about 900 yards rushing already this season, ranked 3rd in the Northeast Journal in rushing yards, I noticed this week, so he's really put some numbers up here early on.
So he could possibly go over 1,000 yards tonight as Odie takes it up the middle, battling his way. First down run, still on his feet. Odie Armstrong, nobody can bring him down.
Wow.
Down to the 16-yard line. 23-yard gain, and it was all Odie.
And most of that with black jerseys all over him. He just kept turning those legs, and he really come out with a vengeance here in this second half of play, trying to take this game, put it on his shoulders, and just really pull away here. What a great run. You definitely see that again here, folks, on TV7.
1st and 10 to go, Rams operating at the Calhoun City 16-yard line. Once again, they're going to pound Odie Armstrong, who has good running room again inside the 10 to about the 8.
Janelle Brunson making the stop for the Wildcats.
Going to be a pickup of 8 yards for Armstrong. And so, well, he was held in check in the first half, but in the second half, I think he's already surmounted what he had in the first half here, and he's closing in on 100 yards. Second down and 2 from the 8-yard line.
That last carry will give him 12 for 90 yards, Don.
West once again to Odie off the left side, and he battles his way for a first down inside the 5-yard line to about the 3, where it'll be first and goal to go Rams.
First and goal to go from about the 3-yard line.
Power I formation on first and goal. West is going to keep it up the middle, and West is going to score on a quarterback sneak from 4 yards out as the Rams take the opening drive and carry it down the field for another 6 points.
That drive was impressive, Don. 6 plays, 62 yards, and it took less than 3 minutes.
Extra point here from Guerrero. They'll try to make it 35-0. Extra point is good from Guerrero. And with 9:25 to go in the third quarter, Vardaman with a commanding now 35-0 lead over the Wildcats. We'll take a break and be back with a kickoff. You're watching TV7, TV34, the game of the week, here from Calhoun City. Stay with us.
The kick was good.
Really.
Here's a deep kickoff. It's going to be fielded back by Derek Armstrong at the 9-yard line. Armstrong stutter steps his way up to about the 24-yard line. Good coverage on the kicking team that time by the Rams, and so Calhoun City will get the ball back 35-0 now. And Ken, if you're Mike Ray now, Coach Mike Ray, you have to kind of change your game plan now and try to open it up and get some points in a hurry if you have any chance of getting back into this ball game.
Well, they're having a pretty good time on initial first down, but then after that, it seems to kind of go backward for them.
Armstrong in at quarterback. Homer Moore in the backfield along with LaDwan Pratt. On first and 10 from the 24, they run the option to the right side. Good running room this time for Homer Moore across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be second down and 3.
Making the stop. Second down, 4 for the Wildcats.
That's his second carry of the night for 10 yards total.
Stay with us at the conclusion of this game. We will be selecting our Mount Supermarket player of the game. Option to the right side, and no running room at all that time for Derek Armstrong.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play that time. Here's an injured Wildcat on the field here. Number 78, the injured player. That's offensive lineman Cody Childress.
Well, you know, people, you know, you have to wonder, this Vardaman Ram team definitely seeing one of the better teams done we've ever seen from Vardaman. And with Faulkner next week at home, you got to think that they're going to go ahead and just cruise on through and win this region 1-1.
They have a very good chance to go in 11-0 in the regular season this year and moving into the playoffs. And of course, it's way too early to start thinking playoffs right now, but Vardaman goes in as a number 1 seed. Of course, they will host number 4 out of Region 2-1A. Of course, and there's some tough teams down there. Everybody knows that you've got traditional powers like Ware, Durant, who beat Ware this year, and then Noxapater, who kind of surprised some people last year by going to the state championship. So there's some good teams down that way as well. Motion from the wide receiver position will be a flag against the Wildcats here and back them up 5 yards. You know, it seems like in football now, if your name is Rams, you're going to put a lot of points on the board.
It's a good year to be Rams. That's right, for the 2000 campaign. And I tell you, it really makes a lot of difference to have that first game at home. And Vardaman, you know, of course, hopefully we'll get to be at home, and more than likely probability will, and get a shot to win that first round playoff at home. But right now, they've got a lot of business to take care of between now and then. Several weeks still to go.
Third down and about 8 for the Wildcats. Back to throw is Armstrong, rolling out to the right, throws it incomplete. Down around the ankles that time of Homer Moore, who could not haul it in, and Calhoun City once again is going to have to punt this football away.
And the offensive woes continue for the Wildcats as they still struggle to try to find any consistency at all, and they cannot seem to move the chains against a very stingy Vardaman defense. Vardaman just so balanced on both sides of the ball here in this season, and doing a great job here tonight again.
Armstrong to kick it away. This is a low kick. It's going to take a Calhoun City roll, though, down to about the Vardaman 42-yard line. That's where they'll down it. So the Rams are going to get excellent field position here once again at the 42-yard line. And really, if you're a Calhoun City fan here tonight, I don't know that you can look and see anything positive out of this game, except maybe for the fact at least it wasn't 55-0 at halftime.
Yeah, if you want to try to find something, that may be one thing you can look at. And know that you got only 3 seniors, got a lot of guys coming back that's going to get a lot of experience this year and grow up a lot in the 2000 season and be ready to play ball in 2001. But, you know, the Wildcats still undefeated in division and region play, of course, probably until tonight. But they're going to be there in the postseason. They got a lot more football to play this year.
Here's Horton sweeping to the left. Horton trying to get to the corner, and he is cut off and knocked out of bounds. Be a loss on the play of about 3. Back to the 39, I believe, is where they'll spot it. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
And, Don, we were talking, we won't even try to predict, but it's been several years since Vardaman has defeated Calhoun City, at least with TV7. It's been a number of years back, and I don't know where the victory was, but it's been quite a while ago. We might have to ask Mitchell Johnson when that was. He might remember.
I think it was early in the 90s, but I'm not sure about that. Back to throw is West. He wants to go deep on the fly pattern. He's got a man out there, and it's knocked away. Good defensive play by Aaron Yates.
Knocked down by Yates.
That ball was a little bit underthrown, but a good defensive play by Yates that time, as Pratt had a couple of steps on him, but he was able to recover and bat the ball away. It'll be 3rd down and 13.
A lot of guys making their marks from this area, of course, with Jody Jennings, as we talked about, Kendall Robertson, you got Chad Cook. So there's been a lot of good athletes come from here in Calhoun City that's went on to play some higher level football.
Yeah, not to mention also Cornelius Wortham, who
that's right,
made a big play earlier this year for Alabama and their only victory of the year. Back to throw is West. West swings it out behind Mims, but he's able to haul it in anyway. Mims up across midfield to the 49, and he stretches out close to a 1st down, but it looks like he's going to be just a little bit short according to the spot. But I think Vardaman will go for it here, 4th down, less than a yard.
Down and less than a yard for the Rams from the Wildcats 39.
West has hooked up with Mims several times here tonight. I think that's the 3rd time that they have found each other. See if they go with the quarterback sneak here. No, they're going to go with Armstrong. He's got the 1st down and a whole lot more. Odie to the 30, 25. Dragging tacklers inside the 15-yard line to the 14.
Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
35 yards for Odie Armstrong and another Ram 1st down.
And you can see the fatigue in the defense of Calhoun City. They're just beginning to wear them down, as we were talking about a minute ago, smash mouth football. And Odie just running through tacklers and just, I tell you, you can't take but so many hits from that guy coming at you, and you're gonna begin to feel the effects of it as the ball game progresses. And I think you can see that in the Wildcat defense right now. Vardaman just kind of wearing them down at this point.
That last carry, Don, of 35 yards will give Odie a total of 14 carries, 130 yards.
So Odie Armstrong, after being held down fairly well in the 1st half, has exploded here in the 2nd half. He's got close to 100 yards in the 2nd half alone now. There's a dive play to Mims.
Timeout on the field.
An injured Ram on the field here as they'll mark the ball at the 13-yard line for a pickup of or actually they'll mark it at the 12. It'll be a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
And as I mentioned a minute ago, Odie with 800-something yards. Of course, now he's approaching 1,000 on the season. He had far fewer carries than either one of the two guys ahead of him. So he's getting a lot more yards per carry than anybody else in the Daily Journal area at least. But let us mention also Parker Brothers Trucking in Derma. Go by and see the Parkers and staff at Parker Brothers Trucking for all of your used and new truck parts, tractor trailers, and wrecker service at Parker Brothers Trucking, located in Derma. Always proud to come aboard and be part of the sports on TV7, TV34. And Ward Shortstop and David Ward and staff proud to sponsor Vardaman here tonight. Ward Shortstop right there in Vardaman. Be sure and stop by and eat early breakfast and lunch with David Ward and staff. Ward Shortstop says go Rams. And Fred's Pharmacy, Calhoun City and Vardaman. Fred, your full pharmacy store, brand new Fred's here in Calhoun City.
11-yard line.
See Wayne Crocker here and also John Jasper Adams in Vardaman. Your pharmacist at Fred's Pharmacy right here in Calhoun County, proud to sponsor the game here tonight as well. Don.
We talked about Odie, of course, and he's over 1,000 yards now unofficially with the night he's had tonight, so he has a good chance of reaching that 2,000-yard plateau before the season's out. This time he is stuffed at the 13 for a loss of a yard. Oh, they're going to give him forward progress to the 12, so no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Dave Artberry on
Of course, Sharon Moore from Calhoun City last year was able to reach the 2,000-yard mark. Odie Armstrong will try to do the same for his team this year as well. 3rd down and 8 for the Rams, operating at the Calhoun City 12. Power I formation this time. Everybody goes except the offensive line that time. I think it might have been the center that time. It might have been his fault. He might have missed the snap count because I don't think 4 guys in the backfield are all going to go at the same time if that's not the case.
Penalties haven't been that much of an issue tonight, Don. Barman's has 4 penalties for 30 yards. Calhoun City 3 for 15.
So 3rd down now and 13 yards to go. From the 17, here's Armstrong. He has some running room across the left side, and Armstrong takes it into the end zone for another touchdown for Odie Armstrong. That's his 3rd of the night. And Vardaman now leads 41-0. That's going to send some of the Wildcat fans to the exit, but they may not want to leave too quick the way the cars are parked in the parking lot.
I think they've got it done, planned strategically where you can't leave the game early.
Guerrero's extra point is up and no good, off to the left. So with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play, Vardaman 41, Calhoun City nothing. We'll take a break and be back with more action here from the Boneyard after these messages.
Would like to announce.
Here's the kickoff, and it's a high kick angled to the far side. Gets away, loose on the field. It's anybody's ball. It looks like Calhoun City may have gotten it back.
Around the 10-yard line.
And you can bet, as we mentioned, both players, Calhoun City missing that senior leadership from Cornelius Wortham and Sharon Moore. 2 big playmakers they had last year in the campaign, and you lose guys like that. It takes a little while to rebuild and get back into it done, and you can bet those 2 guys made a big difference here last year.
They really did. Those are 2 Division I prospects right there. One of them's at the University of Alabama. The other one's at Northwest, and probably in a couple of years will be playing somewhere as well in the Southeastern Conference. So it's hard to replace guys like that. And like you said, only 4 seniors on this team. But on the other side of the ball, they're going up against one, if not the best, one of the best teams in 1A this year.
You got that right. Vardaman much different than they were last year. Much strong, very improved, very balanced, more balanced than we saw last year, where it's several guys now that you have to focus on. But just Calhoun City just outmanned here tonight by the cross-county rival Vardaman. So it's
20, Bruce 13.
It's just really been a Vardaman domination here tonight. So, but once again, we're we do thank all of our sponsors for bringing you the action tonight. We will have post-game show, as you said, coming up with Coach Mark Bray and our player of the game, who's yet to be announced. But Vardaman should cruise on and win this region, no doubt about it, and look forward to getting in some good postseason play coming up.
Don, that last drive was very impressive by Vardaman. 7 plays, 58 yards, and most of it was done by Odie.
That was an Odie drive right there. I don't think anybody can question that he's not a Division I prospect as well. Good size for a running back. Here's a sweep for Pratt. Pratt trying to get to the outside, and he slips and falls down at the 9-yard line. Be a loss of a yard on the play. And bring up second down or a third down. Second down, make it 13. The yardsticks has third down, but scoreboard has second. So it is second down.
Well, as the Wildcats kind of contained Odie last year, Vardaman has returned the favor in constraining Ledwan tonight. He just has not been able to do anything against a good Vardaman defense, and they have really zeroed in on Pratt, and he's been a non-factor.
You're exactly right.
Anytime you only allow a team less than 2 yards per play, you have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, we talk a lot all the time about this Vardaman offense, but this defense is equally as good as the offense. There's a run off the right side up to about the 11-yard line. A gain of Rams there to make the tackle once again.
Third down, 9, Wildcats.
So third down, 9 yards to go for the Wildcats as they're deep in their own end here. 41-0 is the score. It's a 3:20 mark to go. Timeout on the field now with 3:06 to go. We'll take a break. You're watching TV7, TV 34, the game of the week. Back in a moment. We're back here as Wildcats face third down and 9 now at their own 11. Derek Armstrong back to throw under pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
Armstrong taken down inside the
Number 8 again, Ryan Springer. Made the tackle back inside the 5-yard line. And so it will be fourth down.
Fourth down and 18.
And 18 yards to go. The Wildcats are going to have to punt it away from deep in their own end. Vardaman should get excellent field position here once again.
Ryan Springer has really done the job here tonight. In on a lot of plays, just all over the field, and really makes up for his size. He's a playmaker here.
Low line drive kick. And Shaw's going to get away from it. It's going to roll dead at the 38-yard line. About a 35-yard punt with no return. So the Rams once again will get it at the 38 in Calhoun City territory. Well, they're 11 points off their average, so there's still a lot of time to go in this football game. But this one is pretty much decided as far as the outcome. It's been all Rams here tonight. And if there was any doubters out there of just how legit this team is, I don't think that it is after tonight.
One thing they did, Don, that really impressed me is against a tough Smithville team, they averaged about 10 yards per play.
Here's the give up the middle, and another nice run down to the 29-yard line goes Edmondson.
Edmondson on the carry. We'll pick up about 8 on the play.
Pick up of 9, or make it 8 yards as they'll mark him down at the 30-yard line. So second down and 2.
You know, Don, you and I talked, 3 teams starting the year off 5-0, Vardaman, Pontotoc, and Water Valley, and I don't know if we've ever had that before, but getting off to a great start, 3 of our teams that we cover here.
Yeah, and after tonight, it looks like they'll all be 6-0, if I had my guess. Here's the option. West is going to keep it around the corner. He's going to be wrestled down at the 29-yard line.
We'll pick up about a yard on the play.
Gain of 1 on the play. It'll set up a third down. And about 1. 3rd and 1 here for the Rams. Well, we talked a lot about Odie Armstrong, of course. Now over 1,000 yards on the season. Sports Illustrated this week and their faces in the crowd section featured Noah Ingram, the running back that we saw last year against Bruce from Louisville Central, who had 506 yards rushing in a game earlier this year, eclipsing his own record of 480 yards in a victory last year. West keeps it up the middle to the 25 for a first down. Brunson on the stop, got a pickup of 4 yards, and the Rams continue to move the football and work on that third quarter clock, which is down to under a minute now.
Yeah, Noah Ingram really adds a lot to that 2-2A division, and you know, a team Bruce I think will have to play here coming up.
Here's the give off the right side to the 23-yard line goes Edmondson. Be a gain of a couple on the play, and Edmondson's a little slow getting up. Or excuse me, that's one of the offensive linemen, I believe.
Be number 74.
John Mark Berry, the senior offensive lineman, is down. With 30 seconds to go, we'll keep it here. Wildcats trailing the Rams now 41-0.
Jeff Mounts and staff at Mounts Supermarket are proud to bring you the game here tonight. Proud of the Vardaman Rams and their success on the season. And be sure and go by and shop with Mounts Supermarket in Vardaman. Tell them we sent you by. And they're always proud to sponsor Vardaman Ram football on TV7, TV34. Mounts Supermarket located in downtown Vardaman. Also Merchants and Farmers Bank in Bruce. Go by and see Tommy McElroy and all the staff at Merchants and Farmers Bank. Proud to be of service to Calhoun County and surrounding areas. And go by and check out the different savings and different types of loan programs they have, checking accounts, CDs, and more. See a professional at Merchants and Farmers Bank. Home folks proud to serve you. TDS Telecom on the square in Calhoun City. Your telecom and communication center for this area. Proud to serve Vardaman and Calhoun City. TDS Telecom on the square, offering the latest in technology and services. Be sure and go by their office on the square. Tell them we sent you by from TV7, TV34. And Treasures Jewelry located in the Oxford Mall. See all the staff, Allen and staff, at Treasures Jewelry in the Oxford Mall. With the holiday season coming up, they have many selections available for you, financing available, major cards accepted, also pagers and cell phones from Treasures Jewelry in the Oxford Mall. Proud to be a part of the game here tonight in Calhoun County. Make this trip up to Oxford and visit with Treasures Jewelry. Done.
And Don, I gave you some bad information there. I said number 74 is John Mark Berry, but it's number 54, and that's Howell, Gary Howell.
Okay, so we'll get that corrected. It was Howell, the injured player. As he limps off the field. Clock winding down here in the third quarter. Here's the pitch to Horton. Horton eludes one tackler. There's a penalty marker down as Horton is down close to the 12-yard line.
And Don, that will come back as it was offensive holding. I saw it from up here. On the left side there, he held to get the guy of the break to go around the corner.
So that'll back up the Rams with a 10-yard penalty, with only 7 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. Next week, as we told you, we'll be seeing these Rams once again hosting the Faulkner Eagles in a Region 1 1A battle once again.
And Don, other teams we covered got some great games coming up. Houston and Amory, Houston and Shannon, Pontotoc and Corinth, Pontotoc and Ripley. We got some great division matchups that'll be on TV7, TV34. Looking forward to those games coming up as well.
That's the end of the third quarter. It's all Vardaman Rams, and after 3 quarters of play, it's the Rams 41, the Wildcats nothing. Let's take a break as you take a look at the crowd across the way, cheering on their Rams as they followed them across Highway 8 to see this team play here tonight. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more after this. We're back here as we start the fourth quarter. West wants to throw. He's under pressure. He gets the ball off incomplete in the neighborhood of Travis Pratt, but that time he was being harassed by number 64, Ronaldo Moore, 6'1", 250-pound freshman. There you see Odie Armstrong across the way, and his night could be done. We mentioned earlier that he had gotten 1,000 yards, but that was incorrect. He is close I think he's about 15 yards away from the 1,000-yard plateau. Third down and long for the Rams. Here's the draw play to Horton. Horton trying to find some room and does. Slides his way down close to the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 31-yard line, but that'll be still short of the first down by quite a bit. Be third down and about 16, or fourth down and 16. So now Odie Armstrong will come back in to punt it away.
Well, Don, there was a big battle tonight in Starkville. Coach Phil Ferguson, formerly of Bruce, trying to get his first victory, but it would be tough tonight at Starkville to get it. Another big rivalry there for Tupelo, trying to come up with that first win. It's been tough this year for them.
Yeah, I'm afraid Tupelo is probably going to be gone 0-6 after tonight. I hate that for Robert Cates, of course.
Oh, yes.
Armstrong gets it away, and it's a good kick once again. And that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. 31-yard punt with no return, and so the Wildcats will take over. There is a flag down, though.
It's against Vardaman. I saw Coach Ray signal to decline the penalty.
Yeah, illegal procedure against the Rams, so Calhoun City will take over the football at the 20-yard line with 10:56 to go in the football game. Tell you the game of the week in our area next week, Bill, it's not a division matchup, but it's going to be a true test for both teams. That's when the Corinth Warriors will go into the Valley to take on the Blue Devils.
That's going to be a dandy ball game, and I tell you, they both better bring their A game. That's going to be a tough game, and both teams will be challenged, I believe. Corinth much improved, and of course defeating Ripley last weekend at Corinth, but they'll run into a pesky bunch of Blue Devils. That'll be a great ball game. I know Bob Murphy and Doug Carter and Lane Hart's excited about that one coming up.
There's a handoff off the left side, no running room that time. It's going to be a loss on the play for LaDwan Pratt.
About a yard on the play. Second down, 11. Wildcats from the 19.
Loss of 1, so second down and 11 coming up.
Of course, you know, Dunn, Water Valley, should they win that division, they'll get the runner-up of the division that Corinth and Pontotoc and Ripley are in. So we could see a good matchup coming up there with the Blue Devils coming out on top in their division.
Blue Devils are definitely in the driver's seat right now, having knocked off the Senatobia Warriors, and they'll definitely be the favorite in every game that they play from here on out, other than maybe the Corinth game. That pass complete to Yates. Of course, that is a non-conference game, as Yates is going to take it up to the 24-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 6. We got a lot of big games coming up here in the final weeks of the season once division play gets going in full. And I really like the format of the 1A division when you play you have 10 teams and you play them all. Makes every game important. And you don't have all these non-conference games that really don't count toward the playoffs.
That's right. You have to be ready week in and week out because every game counts as you get the long 10 games there and keeps you on your toes each and every week.
There's a give off the left side on third and 6. Homer Moore has nowhere to go. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to force another Wildcat punt. Well, in 2 weeks, we got the big battle up in Ripley between Terry Allen's Tigers, Coach Dennis Robbins' Warriors. That'll be a big battle in 3A that weekend.
That's one that you know was penciled in early on in the season by Dennis Robbins and staff, and that will be a true challenge for Pontotoc. And I think again definitely that they need to win because they have to go to Corinth as well.
Bad snap, but they get it off, and it's a pretty good kick. And it'll be down at the Vardaman 49-yard line. I just got hit in the face up here by one of the biggest bugs you'll ever see in your life.
I thought the ball almost came up here, and that was a bug that popped you in the head.
Yeah, it looked like one of the cheerleaders was throwing one of those footballs up here, and it was bug hit me right in the head.
I thought Ken thumped that over there, but I guess he didn't.
I tell you, you would understand this if you were going to Strider or Louisville Central, but hey.
They've migrated.
Yeah, Don, at halftime, I think I scared the band director. He was up here directing, and he had bugs all over his back, and I thought I'd help him out. I believe he almost jumped off the press box. So I thought I'd do no more thumping of the bugs for the rest of the night.
Oh.
New quarterback in for the Rams is Matt Long, the backup. Here's Horton. Horton has a big hole off the right side down to the 43-yard line for a pickup of 8. It'll bring up second down and 2 yards to go.
It'll be second down, 2 Rams from the Wildcat 43.
Well done, the number 5 team in that big school poll in the Northeast Journal, Houston, will get to host Amory, but they'll have to go to Shannon, and we all know Shannon is in the driver's seat in that division as well. So Houston will have to play a heck of a game to beat Shannon at home, but they got Amory at Houston, so that's a toss-up in that division.
Yeah, that's going to be a big challenge for the Hilltoppers as they'll have to go on the road. That's 2 weeks from tonight as well. That'll be the same weekend as the Ripley Pontotoc. So a couple of good matchups in 3A coming up that weekend. As Horton's going to carry it for a first down, it appears, down to the 40-yard line for a gain of 3. That should move the chains here for the Vardaman Rams, and that clock continues to roll now. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
You know, speaking of Ripley, I understand that their quarterback is out for the season now with a big injury, and he was definitely a big part of that team, but they still have 3 Division I prospects on that team, so they've still got a very solid team, and you can't look at that because they're going to be ready to play, no doubt about it.
Yeah, there's going to be some good teams left out in the cold in all the 3A divisions this year. Here's the give off the right side. Horton gets to the corner. Horton to the 30, 25, 20, and he's going to tiptoe down the sidelines for a touchdown. Touchdown number 2 on the night for Greg Horton. This one from 40 yards away. So he has an 80-yarder and a 40-yarder on the night. So the Rams with 2 running backs now with 100 yards plus on the night. There's a penalty marker called against Vardaman, but it was after the touchdown, so it'll be unsportsmanlike conduct. They'll mark it off 15 yards, and now we'll see just how strong a leg Mr. Guerrero has, I guess. And now he's going to run off the field as Coach Brade's going to elect to go for 2 now. Or no, they're not. They're going to go for the extra point, but it's not going to be Guerrero. It's going to be Tony Shaw attempting the extra point. And this will actually be a 35-yard extra point. Plenty of leg, but it's off to the right, no good. So the extra point is no good, and with 7:13 to go in the football game, it's Vardaman 47, Calhoun City nothing. Let's take a break, hear from some more sponsors, and we'll be back with more right after these messages. Here's the kickoff, and Calhoun City is going to field it. That's Yates at his own 23, and he slips and falls at the 25-yard line. So now it's just a matter of running out the clock with Vardaman on top 47-0. Vardaman will continue to lower their points per game given up this year. Really the only team able to put any points whatsoever on the board was Smithville, and they got some quick touchdowns before halftime with some special team play. But the Rams came roaring back in that one to win it.
The telling stat, for, Don, total yards for Calhoun City tonight, 60. For Vardaman, 385.
That pretty much tells the story right there. The stats don't lie here tonight. Give up the middle to the fullback, and he's got some running room up to the 34-yard line. John Harvey is the ball carrier. He is dropped along the 35-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9, second down and 1. Really the only decision to make now as far as this game is concerned is who is your most valuable player. We'll discuss that during the next break and try to come up. There's a lot of quality candidates to pick from here tonight. As the Wildcats keep it on the ground. Some hard hitting up in the line of scrimmage, but it is going to be a first down.
Wildcats pick up first down.
To the 37-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10.
First and 10 Wildcats from their own 30.
Now we'll have our
Timeout
final
on the field.
water break of the night as there's a timeout, officials timeout on the field with 6:12 to go in the ball game. Your score, Vardaman 47, Calhoun City 0. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more right after these messages. 1st and 10 to go here for the Wildcats as we welcome you back here to Calhoun City. We're glad all of you could join us here tonight for the game of the week. It's been an impressive showing by the Vardaman Rams and another great defensive play that time.
On the carry.
Odie Armstrong, who's still in the game on the defense,
On the play.
making the big hit in the backfield with the help of a couple of teammates.
Second down.
It'll be a loss back to the 34-yard line, so 2nd down, 14 yards to go.
Well, Calhoun City knew coming in they had a mountain to climb, but I don't know if they knew it was this high. And they've really just run into a truck here tonight with this Vardaman Ram team, and they'll have to rebound next week and get back on track in the region play.
They should have an easy game next week against Thrasher here for homecoming, as you see Homer Moore losing yardage once again. Back to the 30-yard line.
Pierce making the stop.
Pierce made the tackle. So it is 3rd down now. 17 yards to go.
From their own 30-yard line.
That player of the game will be tough, Don. We've had a lot of contributors tonight, a lot of good candidates. It's been really spread out by this Ram team, and we've had some good players on both sides of the ball, sometimes the same guy. So I tell you, that's quite something to figure out here tonight, player of the game.
3rd and 17 here. Back to throw is Derek Armstrong. Armstrong bumped. Now he's going to be sacked.
Armstrong is sacked.
Jason Mims was the first man to hit him, and then he got a little help also from number 68. That's Taylor Stinnett. So 4th down and a mile here for the Wildcats. Armstrong will punt it away.
Don, earlier tonight, Armstrong had four carries for 42 yards. Now he has 15 for 16 yards.
The kick gets a nice Calhoun City roll down to the 29-yard line. John Harden got away from it. So the Rams can probably run out the play clock here now with 3:29 to go in the football game, leading 47-0. They can just pretty much run out the clock, you would think, here. We'll have our post-game show immediately following this game, as we'll catch up with head coach Mark Bray and our player of the game as well. So stay with us for that. Join us next week at 5:30 for the coaches show as well. We'll have a good show for you as always. We'll have highlights, of course, of this game and some of the others from the area. As TV7 and TV34 was also in Houston tonight for the Houston football game against Winona, and also up at Pontotoc for the Coffeyville ball game. And then we'll have you some Water Valley highlights and as they took on North Panola tonight. Here's the give off the right side and some nice running room here for Edmondson, as he's got a first down carry up to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 11 on the play.
Let us mention real quick, Custom Coverage Insurance, Spud Deaton and Betty Heath, proud to be a part of the game here tonight. Custom Coverage and Bruce. Hudson's Flower Shop. Randy and all the staff at Hudson's on the square here in Calhoun City, proud to be a part of the game as well. From Hudson's Flower Shop, go by and see them. Of course, holiday season coming up and fall decorations, and they can fix you up something today at Hudson's Flower Shop and let them go by and let them design use something there today from Hudson's on the square here in Calhoun City. And Pryor Funeral Home, John Burton staff at Pryor Funeral Home, proud of all of our young people in the county, proud to be a part of the contest and the competition here tonight.
Here's the gift to Shaw. Shaw's got a lot of running room across the left side. He cuts it back to the middle of the field. Gets into Calhoun City territory to the 46-yard line. There'll be a gain of about 11 on the play and another first down, and now a couple of injured Wildcats down on the field. So while we have a timeout, 2:27 to play in the football game.
And real quick here, once again, Union Planters Bank in Calhoun City here. Calhoun City and Durham are proud to be a sponsor here tonight. Bunny's Pageant and Formal Wear in Bruce. Bucks One Stop here in town, also a proud sponsor. Hunter's Hollow in Oxford. Dunny Gas and staff at Hunter's Hollow. Weyerhaeuser Company in Bruce. Kelwood Factory Outlet Stores and Kelwood Company in Calhoun City. And the Gold Exchange here in town, proud to be a part of the game here tonight. Vardaman in Calhoun City. Thanks to all of our sponsors bringing you the action on TV 7, TV 34. Be sure to go by and support and do business with each and every one of our fine sponsors here tonight. Some of them have been with us for a long time, bringing you Calhoun County football. And here it is at its best tonight with this big county rivalry here. Vardaman dominating the game here for 4 quarters.
1st and 10 for the Rams as Long hands it off to Edmondson on the dive play to about the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
2nd down, 8, Rams.
1:45 and counting now. Many of the Wildcat fans have left tonight. They've gone somewhere. The cars are all still in the parking lot behind us, but they're not in the stands.
I think they're sitting in their cars, Don. Some of them's got their headlights on, but they can't move.
There's probably some not too happy people having been blocked in here in the parking lot here tonight.
I tell you, Vardaman really took this crowd out of the game in the 2nd quarter of play, just scoring early and often here in this ball game, and kind of got the Calhoun City crowd out of it quickly.
Yeah, and there hasn't been anybody left on the far side for Vardaman. They packed that crowd early, and they have packed the bleachers full and across the whole sidelines. And Shaw once again is going to carry for another first down to the 34-yard line. And now they may have to run one more play, and that should do it here from the Boneyard.
Let me give you some stats for our offensive candidates for player of the game. Odie Armstrong finished tonight 16 carries for 147 yards, 3 touchdowns. Horton 135 yards and 2 touchdowns on 7 carries, and I'll continue later.
Option play to the right, and not much running room this time. That was number 12 on the carry. That's T.J. Dalzak. That should do it here from Calhoun City. And that'll be the final play of the football game, as this one has come to a close, and it was all blue and white here tonight. The Vardaman Rams will have the bragging rights for Calhoun County for this year, as they don't play Bruce, but they have defeated Calhoun City tonight pretty convincingly by the final score of 47-0. As you see the teams shaking hands at midfield. And we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to be back with some final stats and our post-game show here from Calhoun City, so stay with us.
All right, you want to come back and give them real quick? You ready? So we can get through up here?
Yeah.
All right, y'all got the player of the game?
I'm going with number 8.
All right, we're going to go Springer.
Who are you picking?
We better do it quick.
Horton.
All right.
Break the tie.
Do what? You doing both of them or doing one?
Well, why don't you break it?
Man, I don't care. You want them both or one?
Well, they only allowed 58 yards.
All right.
And they scored.
Let's come on and do it then.
Whichever one you want.
You doing them both?
You need to pick. You're the guy.
That's fine. Let's come back. Here we go.
Welcome back now, and let's go to Ken here for a look at some final stats for tonight's football game.
Your final stats for Calhoun City, they had a tough time moving the ball. They had 58 yards of total offense on 44 plays, 6 first downs individually. Armstrong, 15 attempts, 16 yards. Brown, 1 attempt, 0 yards. Pratt, 9 carries, 22 yards. Moore, 5 carries, 10 yards. And Harvey, 2 carries, 5 yards. Aaron Yates caught 2 passes for 7 yards. Armstrong was 2 of 12 passing for 7 yards, 1 interception. And for Vardaman, they finished tonight with 423 yards on 45 plays, almost 10 yards per play. They gained 13 first downs. Individually for Vardaman, West was 3 of 6 for 80 yards. All those passes were completed to Mims, 1 of 38, 1 of 30, and 1 of 12. West carried the ball 6 times, 0 yards. He was sacked twice. O.D. Armstrong finished tonight 16 carries, 147 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Edmondson, 4 carries, 24 yards. Mims, 3 carries, 11 yards. Horton carried the ball 7 times, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shaw, 2 carries, 24 yards. And back to you, Don. That should do it for the stats for tonight.
Ken, I tell you what, we appreciate what a great effort here tonight. Vardaman just dominating the ball game, and we're going to go down and do our post-game show. Ken, I think y'all have a couple of guys that really stood out in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, that's number 8, Springer, is our defensive player of the game, and the offensive player of the game is number 2, Greg Horton. So we have 2 players of the game tonight.
So congratulations, those guys. And once again, thanks to all of our fine sponsors bringing you the action here tonight. We're going to move it down the field now and talk with head coach Mark Bray and our co-players of the game. Stay with us on TV 7, TV 34. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sorry, I didn't listen. Give me what was Horton's stat? Welcome back, everyone, to our post-game show where the Vardaman Rams have defeated the Calhoun City Wildcats tonight 40. Welcome back, everyone, to the post-game show here from Calhoun City where the Vardaman Rams tonight victorious in a big way over the Wildcats in a big region matchup tonight. Final score 47-0. Glad to be joined now by head coach Mark Bray, whose team is now 6-0. And coach, another great all-around performance by your team tonight.
It was. You can't pick any one person out. We just had a great team effort offensively and defensively.
You have to be pleased with your 2 running backs tonight, going over 100 yards, 135 from Greg Horton, 2 big touchdown runs, and then O.D. Armstrong with 147 yards.
Yes, both of them played great. And the offensive line did a tremendous job of blocking. With all the people stunting and everything, you couldn't ask for any more.
Defense continues to shine as well. A lot of people talk about the offense, and of course they're a great offense, but the defense once again coming out with a shutout victory.
They did. They set up a lot of touchdowns for us. They even scored one on the block punt, I believe.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Next week you got Faulkner coming in for a home game there in Vardaman, and I know you guys are wanting to continue to roll and try to get that #1 seed in the division.
Right, we are, and we just hope we don't have a letdown with being homecoming and all.
Well, Coach, we look forward to it next week. Homecoming from Vardaman as the Rams win here tonight 47-0. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back, everyone, as we're here with our Mount Supermarket players of the game, Greg Horton and also Ryan Springer. And first of all, Ryan, you were everywhere tonight on defense, and the offense, you know, puts up a lot of points, but the defense has shined, and tonight you come up with a big shutout against your rival, Calhoun City.
Well, we was just all ready to play. It's a team effort. We'll be ready next week.
Greg Horton, who came in, first play he touched the ball after taking subbing for O.D. Armstrong. You went 80 yards for a touchdown, had another 40-yard score in the night, including also an interception. I tell you, you guys are rolling right now, and the confidence level of this team, Greg, has to be big.
Well, if it weren't for the block, you know, I wouldn't have made a good run. So, you know, I think the blocking and, you know, we got to come out hard next week, you know, and play good.
Well, Ryan, this was payback from a Calhoun City team that came over y'all's field and beat you last year, and now next week you'll be trying to do the same as Faulkner will be coming to town.
Yeah, it feels good, you know, being a senior. And Faulkner, they got a pretty good team. We'll be ready for them.
Well, 6-0 in the season now as the Vardaman Rams continue to roll with a big win tonight, 47-0. Once again, congratulations to our players of the game, Ryan Springer and Greg Horton. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Thank you.
That's going to just about do it here from the Calhoun City, where it was all Vardaman Rams tonight. And if there was any doubters out there, Ken, about how good this football team, I think that closed it all here tonight with an impressive 47-0 win.
My third time seeing them this year, and I'm impressed. They're good on both sides of the ball.
I tell you what, they really were a good balanced team. As Coach Bray said, they were able to score, and also their defense was able to set up several touchdowns as well. Next week they'll have Faulkner. Faulkner's a team who came in here and Calhoun City beat them. Vardaman should be once again a heavy favorite, but it's homecoming and you don't want to look too far ahead down the road, even though you are rolling right now at 6-0.
That's true. I think that Vardaman won't have that problem, and they will roll next week.
It was a big night, of course, for our two players of the game, and also for Odie Armstrong, who had another huge night, 147 yards, just 15 shy of the 1,000-yard mark in only the 6th game of the year. So Odie, another tremendous game, 3 touchdowns. He's well on his way to possibly a 2,000-yard season.
Mr. Everything for Vardaman. With the new guys there, they do add some dimension to what he does. Odie, again, Division I prospect.
Absolutely, and it was a great performance tonight from the Rams, consistent in all phases of the game as they post another impressive victory now to go 6-0 and more importantly 4-0 in Region 1-1A play. That's all the time we have here from Calhoun City. For Bill Morgan and Ken Johnson, I'm Don Brooks saying so long. We'll see you next week from Vardaman and Carter Field for TV7, TV34. See you next time, everyone.